Hello, Team Hearth League. Welcome to week 1 of Ragnarok League Season 9, Sylvanas League Season 6, Mysterious Challenger League Season 1. We are glad to have you. I am Force of Will, and I'm joined by Jack Sox. Jack Sox, how are you doing this evening?
It's Sylvanas League Season 6, Rag League, or Season 9. God damn it, I could talk, I swear. But it has to be in that order. So it could be Season 6-9. Thank you.
Okay, all right. We're making that official rule right now for the rest of the Tavern of this season. It is always Sylvanas League first. Sylvanas League Season 6, Rag League Season 9. I want to see some nice in the chat. Steffi.
What's up?
Steffi, how are you doing?
I'm doing fan-freaking-tastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Doing awesome. And with us, last season we got a lot of requests saying we need to have more guests on, and we're going to start this season off right. We have Khell. Khell, how are you doing this evening?
I'm pretty good. Glad to be here. Excited to be on the show. Thanks for having me.
All right, excellent. Yeah, we're glad to have you too. And we talked a little bit about you during the reveal stream. And I know you've actually been involved with THL. This is your first season playing, I believe, with us. But you were actually involved with the tournament, the Witchwood expansion tournament that we had as well. So, and I know you definitely it was an awesome job on offering up those 15 free packs to the second place winner.
So we can confirm, ladies and gentlemen, you could pay to be a guest on Tavern.
Hey, I tell people I pay to win. So.
Yes, you could. Though it's like it helps more if it helps more if you're actually paying one of the hosts. That will definitely get you on. So,
Pay me.
But anyway, so let's start off now. Normally, of course, we'll talk about the weekend before, but we don't have a week before. So let's start off this week talking a little bit about sort of a discussion of what are we seeing in terms of meta, as well as give a little bit of an introduction to the two leagues that we're going to be dealing with. Mysterious Challenger League, we love you. Most of your things are going to be one-on-one matches, and so it's going to be very hard to bring y'all up on a regular basis, but hopefully we can try to work a little MCL in here throughout the season. But let's start off talking about the meta. So class submission deadline has passed for both leagues. So we do have some sort of initial numbers that we're looking at here. Kind of what are your thoughts on what you're seeing just initially? Let's start off with Jack Sox for this one.
So I literally just got done crying to my team today. I have no goddamn clue what is going on with Hearthstone right now, other than people are still playing ridiculous amounts of Warlock and Paladin. Every time I think I have this meta understood, it throws something new at me that is using some card I didn't even know existed. And I'm both happy and sad about it because I was kind of hoping by the start of the season the meta was settled down a little more than it has. But it's also fun to see tons of memes out there living the dream. But I would like Warlock and Paladin to please go the fat fuck away. Thank you.
The fat fuck away.
I don't know, man. I'm looking through these classes, and I feel like Druid is the most brought class. Holy crap!
It's actually really close. Closer than you can think. For Rag League, it looks like Warlock was brought 88 times. Druid was brought 73. It's actually the second most brought class right now.
Right, but that's good to see though, because last season it was the meme if you brought Druid, right? There was that weird period where like Token Druid wasn't really a thing, and Taunt Druid hadn't really started to feel itself yet. And I was like, you brought Druid? Now it's like, it's good to see Druid up there, but what is Druid sandwiched between right now? What is number 1? What is number 3?
Hot.
I would say, well, number 3 is Paladin, which I don't think is a big surprise considering there are three valid Paladin decks right now. 4th is Mage. And then everything else, Priest is less than 30. All the ones I mentioned are brought by at least half.
No, you missed Rogue. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, I did miss Rogue.
Get your life.
Rogue is...
We can't forget Rogue.
Rogue is number 4. So, but that's not, that's not a surprise either, though, I think, especially for Conquest format, where you could potentially target a Warlock, and you can target a Warlock by playing Quest Rogue.
Yeah, which makes sense why we see a lot of mages then too, because then you could just target Quest Rogue.
I'm very surprised at how few priests there are. Like, Priest is so good right now.
Priest is so hot right now. Sorry.
It
The
is.
issue I kept running into. Here's the one issue though I've been running into with the priest because I tried. Josh Sampson was playing a list, and one of my teammates, I forgot whether it was Ben or Primo or Brewski, was also recommending priest. I kept finding that I didn't quite have the damage to get the job done, and this is me I'm talking about. So there's a good chance I wasn't using my removal tools appropriately, but.
True.
I still felt like I was just this shy of either having the damage or the removal I needed at any given time with Priest.
It's definitely a hard deck to play. I think a lot of people make mistakes with their shadow visions, which is actually mentioned in the VS report that came out today.
Mhm.
But the deck is my deck's a little different than the standard list, but I don't want to go too much into that because I don't want to give my opponent any information.
So why don't you tell us the changes you've made in your
Can
deck?
you go into great detail? No.
I would say please spell everything out. So
Actually, there's a combo priest running around too, which I thought that deck was
Combo
dead for
priest?
sure.
Just should be.
Yeah, I was actually expecting to see more people try to play the legendary that's essentially an inner fire for your entire deck. I haven't seen any good memes with that. I'm a little disappointed. I thought the THL meme factory might be able to produce just, a few more memes with that concept. And, you guys let me down, THL.
I mean, I don't know. We might see something still. I mean, all things considered, we're still relatively early in this meta. It's not.
Sorry,
it's
I'm
not
just thinking the
100%
amount of
yet.
scrims I've played behind the scenes, and I haven't seen it yet, guys. Come on now.
Well, obviously, be the meme you want to see. That's my motto. Is
Be the
meme.
meme you want to see.
Yes.
Steffi, when you go Roboto and it breaks it down to the remix, is pretty much everything.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
glad that wasn't just me hearing that because I was
No,
like, what's
no.
What
happening?
What happened?
You broke down into a Mr. Roboto, but the way it broke down was like the remix. I really like the way it dropped. It was good. It was good stuff.
Look, I'm just trying to add some flavor.
Listen, gotta savor the flavor.
I don't know what's happening, but I'm just gonna go with it.
Roll with it.
So-
Cool. It's Tavern
so
Talk. We never know what's happening.
No, we really don't. Honestly, we all really do not know. I know somebody right now is working on an article reevaluating the Witchwood cards that we evaluated, and it's going to be horrifically terrible. I have a feeling. One, because I was actually on that stream, and I know I messed some stuff up big time. So, now let's talk about the bottom three: Hunter, Shaman, Warrior, 7, 8, 8, respectively. Boy, how Shaman has fallen from the first day of the Witchwood. People were preemptively calling for Shutterwalk bans and everything else. Does a deck like that, especially in a format where you can target a particular deck, is there any place for Mr. Shutterwalk in Team Hearth League?
Of course there is, because if you get it off, there's nothing your opponent can do. And you only got to get to work once.
Yeah, but it takes so much time. Like, it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen.
I think go ahead, Khell.
I was gonna say I think it's playable, but why would you bring Shutter Shaman when Quest Rogue does the same thing better?
Sure.
They're both control killers, and that if that's what you're looking to do, Quest Rogue's just a better option.
Well, the other issue we have right now, and I don't want to get into too much of the spicy meme that I've been playing on ladder that's doing well, but if Shaman can't find a second viable build, the Shutter meme is, what it is. If you see the Shaman brought, you already know what's up.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
they don't really have anything to hide behind.
True. Woo.
I will say also, I'm a little bit surprised to see Hunter as the lowest brought class overall, because I think in the first few days, again, we saw Baku Hunter come out of the gate as kind of the return to good old face Hunter, essentially.
Yeah.
And it seems to be completely gone now. People were just not confident bringing it. Even in a
There's
format
so
where you
much
could
healing
potentially
out there,
ban
bro.
Warlock. There is. There really is. Yeah, there's actually a lot of healing between Warlock. Even if you ban Warlock, you still have to put up with Paladin and Druid.
I think if you're bringing Baku Hunter, you definitely don't ban Warlock, though. That deck destroys Warlock, so...
True.
I don't know. I think it's definitely. I think Baku Hunter in a tournament setting is a deck that you can definitely bring. I like it. I mean, I almost brought it this week actually, but for Sylvanas. But
I hope so. Actually, yeah, a couple people on my Sylvanas League team, which we'll talk about in a bit, actually did bring Hunter in their deck. So it'll be
Hunter just
interesting
needs to
to
go
see.
away as well. I'm over Hunter. I just don't like Hunter.
You don't like to hunt alone?
I don't. I'm not good at it.
Definitely likes to hunt
hunting
with
alone.
friends, guys.
I like to. I do. I want my
If
favorites.
you're gonna if you're gonna hunt with a bunch of people.
Exactly.
Hunter is definitely my least played class, so I'm with you there.
Thank you. I'm glad you get it.
And then Warrior. We thought this might be the return of the Quest Warrior. It started off as odd, and then there's even some builds that initially came out as just playing good old Quest Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Again, also there was of course Control Warrior still out there viable. That doesn't seem to be doing much either. So it'll be interesting to see how the meta shapes up over the next few weeks.
Yeah, I agree.
For this. But let's talk about the in particular teams, because we are Team Hearth League. So let's talk about some teams. Starting off with Ragnaros League. Now, if this is the first time you're joining us, first of all, welcome. And
Hi.
two,
Thanks.
it's like and then also we're talking, this is our conquest format. So this is we're gonna be playing, conquest, little refresher, bring 4 decks, ban 1. You have to win with all 3 decks to win your match. So we have 20 teams, 100 players, and 99 submitted decks. I'm looking at you, R-Hat. We're not submitting your deck. So
that's still the best meme alive, dude. The guy that sends out the reminder email DQs for not submitting.
Really, it was pretty funny. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute, what? Like, hold on. Okay, so let's talk about. Let's go through the conferences real quick, and just I want everybody to pick maybe one team from the conference that you're keeping an eye on. So let's start off with Ragnaros League Conference, Purple and Blue.
And we're not. I'm assuming we're not allowed to say our own.
Yeah, please. Yeah, don't say your own team, especially you, because you're on Thermic Whims. I have a feeling a couple of us are probably picking Thermic Whims anyway, as is. So we don't need you to pick Thermic Whims as well. But we'll start off. Khell, you're actually not playing in Rag League this season. So is there a team you're keeping an eye on in Blue Purple?
That might be harder for him though. People.
I'm kind of looking at the PR spread on these teams, and it's just interesting to see how some teams are building their lineup. Like, looks like Jumbo Scrimps is like one of the only teams that does not have a team member over 400 PR.
Mm-hmm.
So they built their list kind of like, or their team kind of more like all round instead of going top heavy. And I'm curious how that works out for them. I think that's an interesting way to do it.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's like, and actually, there are some teams that have had that similar success. If you look at Dirty Mike and the boys, are kind
Team
of
rank 5 on their championship season. I think 400 was the top. 401 or 2 was the top that they had when they won that season.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, the noobs are doing that too. Yo, everybody! I didn't even realize that.
Khell, I don't know if you were aware of this. Part of the reason that the Scrimps are built the way they are is they are all Cleveland Browns fans.
I did not know that. I don't really follow sports, but
don't worry, they know exactly what I mean by that.
If that works for them, then. But no, I think their team composition is it's a little more interesting than just the standard like 5-4-3-2-1. So I'm interested to see how that works out for them.
True.
All right. So, Steffi,
Yes,
who are you looking at in Purple Blue right now?
Purple Blue. Who? Oh, this is
Ragnaros League, I should say. Yes.
Yeah, I was peeping the rag. There's like 3 that I want to say, but I gotta pick one, right? Like I have to be. Can I say 2? Can I say 2?
Sure, say 2.
Okay, Team Synergy and Hot Pepper.
See, now what you just did is I'm looking at 2, and now I feel like I don't have to decide. You just ruined that.
I was just being
Why
nice.
have one favorite when you can have 2?
If it was going to be like 4 minutes deciding between the 2, I'd rather just give 2 and we can keep going. So
Look, we all know me, okay?
Why? I think I know why you're looking at Hot Pepper. What about Zinner?
So for Team Synergy, I just feel like their fucking team is stacked. Like basically all these players are people that I'd be like, I don't really want to play against them because they're really good. And to me, that makes me think of that's a strong team. So, and then I had the same thought for Hot Peppers as well.
Was that Hot Wolf Mac?
Are you done?
Hot Wolfman's not with us
Are you
anymore.
done?
Sorry.
Hot Wolf Mac will forever be with us.
He is with us. He is with us in our hearts as he's in basic training somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yes.
But yes, that's my thoughts.
Okay. All right, Jax, give us who you're thinking of for. You can give 2.
All right. So, both of mine actually come out purple. I think purple is looking super, super duper strong.
Mm-hmm.
RNG, our opponents for this week. I hope they suck this week. I really do. I wish the worst upon you for this week. But I thoroughly enjoyed top to bottom what they're doing there. And I actually think the best thing that could happen for them is to have Josh Sampson and Swanky Tiger switch spots some point this season. Because I think if you get Swanky down to the 4 seed, he just dominates down there. It's a guaranteed sweep at least one time that he sits in the 4 seed. Queen Andy is an absolute stud. And when you look at his path through the blue side of the conference, I like a lot of his matchups through it. So I think RNG is looking really good this season. Crackshot is an absolute stud. I am terrified of him right now. But the other team that I think that nobody can sleep on and might be locking down a playoff spot, they might be one of the earliest to lock down a playoff spot this season, in my opinion, is Collective Mayhem. I hope they're locked in and focused. You got Mark Shire and Itachi over there. That's looking scary already. And even this week with the sub of Follow Durton, that's not a, or sorry, not Follow, that he's not a sub. He's highlight because he's the captain. Jesus Christ.
Can you get it together?
Change the spreadsheets on me.
Red is a sub, blue is captain.
Yep. Listen, we didn't used to mark the captains because at the bottom it says captain, and that's just a repeat of dumb crap. That actually, in my opinion, makes him even better than what I was thinking. Even though I saw him on the reveal show, folks, I'm really good at my job. I'm not making this up on the spot at all. But I think Collective Mayhem is going to be solid. Will they be the best? I don't know, but I think their consistency is what's going to carry them through. They're going to be absolute beasts in that purple division.
Okay, so I'm only going to pick one, and since nobody picked them, is like we have to talk about Thermic Whims. It's like the Thermic Whims last season bulldozed their way through the regular season. They were 9-0. I think they had like 180 some odd points on the season. Just absolutely insane run through season 8. Now, admittedly, their 5 seed, I don't know too much about the 5 seed. We'll have to talk about that one later. But it's like questionable, maybe. But the rest of Thermic Whims is basically the same team. And yeah, these guys are nuts. I fully expect them to put another run through like they did last season. And hopefully this time not lose in the quarterfinals. I would like to see them at least get past the quarterfinals. But
well, we already talked about how that's going to work out.
Yeah. So this is a team that I think could easily have another great run this season, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them do it again to run it back essentially. So, go ahead. Go ahead, Jackson.
That wasn't me.
Oh, that wasn't. Who was that?
No,
I would just talk right over you.
Oh,
I was gonna say that as someone who's new to the league, I happen to know Brewski, and he knocked me out of a next level Discord tournament that we held in round 1, and that guy is just a beast. Oh my god,
he's also good at Fortnite.
Oh yeah, he's the whole package, man. You gotta lock that down. But yeah, no, Brewski is an insanely good player. So
I'm about to say I will just toss out. We're not going to go in depth about him either. Dirty Mike and the boys, with Dirty Mike being back on the team, That just seems right. That
they're
seems
number
right
one
now.
in my heart now that
Yeah.
Dirty Mike's back on the team.
Yep, absolutely. So
That's fair.
That's not
All
the
right.
question that was asked, though.
no,
True.
let's go purple gold. Oh, sorry, no, that was last season. Let's talk red gold.
Red gold.
This season. So, any teams kind of jumping out real quick for this?
We can't pick our own, right?
You can't
know
pick
what?
your own.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. I really can't. Maple Syrup Inc.
Wow.
I think they dropped dead weight, and I think that the two guys that they picked up are fantastic pickups. I know, because Saku's the man. That they are ready, they're focused, and they're going to do it. And Chigmo's still a piece of crap.
Aw, don't talk about Chig. He's not.
I would say, and we're not going to talk about their match in depth, but they are already up 8-0 on Pod People, who made the playoffs last season. Now, I will say one of those was our hat, DQing, but still.
Huh.
So, I can go to second real quick. I hope Texas Stubbies has a bounce back year this year. They won the season 7 championship, and I want to see. I think they said this is the team that they won the season 7 championship with.
Mm-hmm.
Last season, I think they were last in their division. I want to see the Stubbies make a comeback. I want to see them make the playoffs and end up taking this thing.
Give them the stub.
That's fair.
Yep.
Shout out to Shunsui.
Yeah, Shunsui, yes. Steffi, who is your team to look at?
I'm trying to decide. Again, I'm gonna just pick one. I'm gonna be good. I don't know, man. I feel like Defy's Brotherhood is kind of intimidating. Maybe that's just me, though. I don't know what it is about them. I feel like
almost coin flipped into that too, Steffi. You're right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm valid. That's valid. Like I think they're gonna. Damn it! I need to play them this week. They're the team that I feel like we should look out for. That's probably gonna be sneaking. Not even sneaking, like bulldozing their way in. They're looking mighty good.
Can we also just have a Twiz moment here? Everybody get your Craigasms on. All right, I'm good.
Yes.
I don't get it. Should I get that?
Twiz Craigasm. Listen, you would have to be around for back in the day. Everybody knows
I'm not.
Yeah.
It's
I'm like
Twiz Craigasm. That's all you need in this world.
Let's see it in chat. Drop the Twiz.
So we're gonna have to teach you
Craigasm
some Twitch emotes, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm whack.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Jack Slash just dropped it in the chat. So, Cal, who are you looking at? Red Gold.
I'm looking at Serenite Pain Gang. So it's got Donde, who is one of my teammates in Sylv. And I've been playing. We played some yesterday morning. He's a really good player. And fun fact, Donde and I actually live 40 minutes away from each other.
Aww.
So it could be the start of a beautiful bromance. It's also got Darkside, who is, I believe he was on Team Next Level last year, or last season, rather. So I mean, that's really I don't recognize a lot of these names quite yet. But that's the team I'm looking at because it's got some of the people I actually know.
That's fair.
All right, excellent. All right, so let's hop over to Sylvanas League real quick. So, way of introduction, Sylvanas League is our last hero standing. So, again, you bring 4 decks, you ban 1, but if you win with the deck, you keep going with the deck. So, usually this format, we either see a lot of 3-0s or a lot of 3-2s.
Yeah.
Just the way that the deck is built out, because you get into counter picks and everything else. It actually makes class selection a little bit more interesting. Interestingly enough, looking at classes, I think they basically fall in line with what we saw in Ragnaros League. So not too much changes from there. So, Steffi, we'll start with you this time. Purple Blue. Give me the team you're looking at in Purple Blue for this season.
Okay.
And you can't pick your own.
I know. I won't. I think is it Toki Tinker Fan Club. Yeah, I think they're looking mighty fine. They that team, man. I fuck with that. I think they're gonna continue to be really good this season.
Yep. Yeah. Last season they were Tollywag's disciples, and this time they are Toki Tinker Fan Club. And yes, I would agree with you. Yeah, though, this team looks insane.
That's my vote.
They made it to the finals last season, and yeah, can see them doing it again.
I'm really glad Steffi said them because I wanted to pick them, but I also didn't want to follow that cliche. But now she's brought them up, I could go with the other team that I'm thinking great things are going to come from, and don't sleep in the Ugly Mucklings. You got Iron Fire down there, Starlax, and then even down there in the 5 seed representing Starden. Dude, they're looking strong. They're looking at a bunch of good names that I recognize and that have established themselves in THL, and I'm also in love with that name.
The Ugly Muckling.
It's great.
It is good.
All right, so I guess I'll go next on this one. I think we got to talk about Dad Legend. It's like they made the playoffs in season 5. I believe they made it to the semifinals before being eliminated by Tollywags, and I think they pretty much brought back their whole team from last season. So I think Dad Legend is I think Typical Tyrant is new, but everybody else is the same team from last season. So again, that's one of those things I wouldn't be shocked if they make a run in the playoffs again. And yeah, that's the team I'm gonna go with. So Khell, who are you thinking for this season?
So there's a couple of teams that I'm kind of looking at. The ones that jump out at me were also the Toki Tinker Fan Club. I know Switters, and I semi-know Sage. So that was looking pretty good. I'm also looking at in purple the Big Deck Bandits, man, because you got to go big or go home.
Yes!
Right? I mean,
and those top three there are very interesting. And Steffi, don't take this the wrong way. I would totally love to see Earl and Steffi swap spots. And I think that once that happens, or if that happens,
it's not gonna happen.
I see just absolute dominance happening over there.
Well, they got
Steffi in the 2 seed. Forget about it.
That's true.
They got Doc McButt. I mean, how do you beat that?
Adam is the man.
Adam is.
Shout out Doc McButt.
That's a great name.
We have imposition. Like our team. Oh, God,
so Khell, hold on.
Team.
I have to tell you something, Khell, and a lot of people don't know this. Doc McButt got introduced to THL as a sub. Doc McButt was a sub for a player named Art Fart Boat.
It was a match made in heaven, clearly.
Obviously, yeah. Even I did not know that story. That is awesome.
It was crazy.
Oh, sorry. I'm getting a backup from Scritch, who's streaming this tonight. Art Fart Butt was a sub for Doc McButt in season 5, he thinks. So it may have been the other way around, but still. It's like
either way, man, they were meant to be.
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was good stuff. It's
just couldn't work it out.
Ridiculous THL storylines.
He's saying now he needs to get them both on a team together. Yeah.
Facts.
That's the dream.
Art back since then, though. I don't know where he went. Disappeared on us.
Don't know. So
I've actually got another team member. I might have to reach out to them. So I was playing ladder the other day, and I played against a guy named Gourmet Anal.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was quite the name. I was surprised it got by the censors.
I'm surprised it got by the censors. Good Lord.
I'm sorry. Right. I'm like 5.
No.
Hey, it was
we're
funny,
all
man.
5 here.
I definitely laughed when I saw it. So.
No,
I mean, it's not.
Here's how I know you're older than 5. 5-year-olds laugh at butt jokes. 12-year-olds laugh at anal jokes.
True. I'm 12. That makes complete sense.
All right, so let's hop over to the other division.
Look at Will trying to wrangle us all.
He's like, can you just shut the fuck up, please, so we can move on?
You know what? You know what? Let's move from talking about butts to talk about the division the conference that Booty Sweat is in. The gold purple. And you know what? Since I've already mentioned it, I'm going to take away the easy one right now. Booty Sweat, reigning champions. I think they made one small change with bringing Swanky Tiger in. I want to see them run it back. I want our first back-to-back Sylvanas League champions.
Can I just say that
Booty Sweat do it?
We need to kick Cody off that team for ruining everything. Anarchist knows the game 324. Shunsui knows the game at 325. Very clearly, they picked up Swanky because he's 326. Cody, can you not count?
Can you get it together?
You'd be 327.
You need to lower your PR by 8 points, please, Cody, or get off the team.
He's like
the worst.
But it's like, I mean, how can you not pick Booty Sweat? Drink Booty Sweat, baby.
Drink Booty Sweat.
That just sounds stressful. It really does.
It sounds delicious and magical to me.
I don't know about that.
Do Big Deck Bandits drink Booty Sweat?
It helps us. It gives us a little, edge.
Yeah. So, I was thinking maybe Booty Sweat, but I gotta be honest with you. I don't know if it's just because Saku's on the team and it's red division again, and Saku and red means victory in my eyes. But I actually like Team Next Level a lot. Their 3 seeds a little weak, but they can do something about that.
Shots fired.
But I really like their build, man, and I think that Saku's not somebody you could sleep on. I watched him improve a great deal over his first season, last season in THL in general. And I think he's a player that only has upsides. And to get a player like that at 100 PR, and then you stack the top 4 seeds the way that Team Next Level did, I like it. I like it a lot.
That's pretty true.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Sorry,
Cal. Yeah.
I'm a little scared, man. Like, you had to put us in red division with all the other big boys. Like, I was sitting there watching the stream where we're spinning the wheel, and I was like, oh shit, man, put me in blue. I want blue. And then no, you had to put us in red.
Sorry, it's like, and I think we mentioned on the stream that the red division. We already talked about 2 of the teams. I wouldn't be surprised if someone brings up the 3rd and the 4th team for this. This whole division is just insane. They're playoff teams and a team that has won the whole thing back in like season 3. So, Steffi, who are you looking at in gold purple?
So, like, the team I want to pick, I feel like they're not having a good start. So I'm torn. There was 2 that I like. Can I say 2 again? No, I won't. Okay, I won't. I will be an adult. I will pretend I'm not 12, and I will.
We really need to get to talking to the matches this week.
I'm going to say the Boars. I know. I think they're fucking stacked, and I don't know why.
I just all the people that are over there. Singer's awesome. Bobble's awesome. Jasper's awesome. I just love everybody on the boards. All right, I did Steffi's analysis for her. Let's move on.
I'm pretty nervous for my match with Cinder this week, so I've done my homework on him. Yeah, I've done my homework, so we'll see how it goes for me. But
all right, so Kel, I think you're the only one who's not given us a team yet.
I believe I am. So, in the gold red, if my thing ever wants to load here. I kind of like the Fearless Hearth. I know 2 of the team members on there, and I think that they're the middle of the pack, like they're 3-4 seed. I think are pretty good. So
yeah,
I know obviously having really good 1 and 2 seeds is great, but I think having like a stronger lower end is going to be really important too.
Gotta have that thick bottom.
That's right.
They have a stacked middle of that lineup. I really like Cutthroat in the 3. Aviously will get them. He'll do decent for them. I bet you he'll be a 500%er for him. He subbed in / replaced last season on Maple Syrup was on there. Really nice dude. And I think if he has a team that's actually motivated around him to talk a little more strategy, I think we're going to see a bump in his performance this season.
Words.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Speaking of bumps, how about we bump to the next topic?
Ooh,
let's
transition.
Transition. So let's just start talking about matches and games this week, our first week in the season. And we're going to kick stuff off with going back to the Ragnaros League. Steffi, why don't you tell us about Dirty Mike and the boys versus... Are we just calling it hot pepper, or do we need to say
hot pepper.
Emote hot pepper?
I'm just saying hot pepper, but that's
just drop hot peppers in Twitch chat, folks.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, Dirty Mike versus hot pepper.
I got this. All right, fam. So Dirty Mike and the boys finally have allowed Dirty Mike back in the pack. They're facing off against Hot Peppers, which previously last season was known as the Spicy Boys, who were the champions. So during the 9 p.m. match on Friday Night Fights, we're going to see Ironfire facing off against Erikoki. Oh, that's such a good matchup. Yeah. So basically, friends, we need to decide who is going to take this match, as well which team do we think is going to take it for the week? So why don't we start off with Jack Sox? Or do you want me to say mine first?
No, Jack Sox can start. We can go in order.
Why don't you start, Jack
order the sheet.
Okay.
Guys, I'm over here trying to make memes and chat, and you're trying to get me to do my job.
Can you work, please?
No, man, I don't want to. So Dirty Mike and Hot Pepper, this is an interesting one, as the middle of this pack is going to be an absolute slugfest. I think it's interesting that we got Cakes down there going up against Dirty Mike. I think this is a great test for me personally to understand how good Cakes can be. Because I know there's a lot of Cakes hype coming into this season. And having played against Dirty Mike and seeing the work he's put in this league, I think it's a good barometer for where Cakes actually is. But I think ultimately Hot Fire is just too spicy for Dirty Mike and the boys in this one. I like them in the 1 and 2. I like Dirty Mike down the 5 seed. I think Cody's going to come through, and I think we're going to see an absolute slugfest between Lefty and Curtis down there in the 3. And it might come down to that 3, but I think ultimately that the peppers might just be a little too spicy for Dirty Mike. I kind of have to lean in favor of Dirty Mike overall. And in case I wasn't clear when I said I think they take the 1 seed, I do think Iron Fire will be victorious on Friday Night Fights over Erikoki.
All right, so we got an Iron Fire and we have a Hot Pepper.
Wait, did you say Hot Pepper or did you say Dirty Mike?
I think you said Hot Pepper.
I said Hot Pepper. He got don't push your boy.
I could have sworn you just said okay, whatever.
He said he thought that the Hot Pepper was going to be too spicy for.
Okay.
All right, Stephanie, who do you got in this matchup?
So this was hard. I feel like the match is going to be really close with Iron Fire and Erikoki, but I'm gonna have to give it to Iron Fire. He's just, gosh, that guy's such a beast. And I feel like I was looking at his lineup comparative. I feel like he just has. I think he can cater his decks a little bit better to be an advantage. So that's ultimately why I ended up picking him. And then I think for the whole the week, I'm gonna give it to Hot Pepper. I think they're gonna take it. I think it's gonna be really close. I think kind of like what Jack Stock said, it's gonna kind of come down to the 3 seed match is going to be one of the deciding factors. Even I think potentially saying the 2 seed as well. I don't think it's very clear who's going to win that one. But I think the other ones are kind of obvious to me. But I think Hot Pepper's gonna take it.
All right, so let's get the match out of the way first. I think Iron Fire, he won the expansion tournament. I think he's going to beat Erikoki, just straight up. I think that's, in my opinion, that's an easy pick for Iron Fire. However, I think I'm actually going to disagree with y'all a little bit.
Ooh.
I think Dirty Mike is going to take this because I'm looking at Dirty Mike's lineup. Interestingly, not a single one of them brought Paladin. I don't know what Dirty Mike and the boys have planned, but they're targeting something. I don't know if they're just targeting all the mid-range decks or anything, but
there's a 4 or 5 players in there. There's a filthy shaman in there. There's a filthy shaman in a pivotal matchup. Will,
It's
you're
like-
making me yell at you.
Warrior? Like,
It's like I am saying, I don't know what their plan is. I wish I knew what their plan is. It would make it a lot more easier for me to pick one over the other. But I am going to have faith that Dirty Mike is doing something here that is trying to target. Because really, honestly, the most aggressive deck out there is Paladin. If you bring Quest Rogue, that's not a quick deck. Tempo Odd Rogue, maybe a little quicker, but not too much. I think Dirty Mike is coming in with a plan. I don't know what their plan is, but I am going to pick Dirty Mike and the boys to win this week.
So you know what? I'm with you, man. I'm looking at the PRs and the players and the teams and stuff. So I think Ironfire does beat Eric O'Kee. I think Surlos beats KD 1-2-1-5. But then I think Lefty 2-1-1 Dirty Mike and Cody take the bottom half. Because I'm looking at these PRs. So Curtis has 419. So he's the same PR as me. So I'm gonna assume he's new this season. And then Dirty Mike he's got like 150 PR over his opponent Cakes. And then Cody is the same way against Karakan. I mean, I know PR doesn't mean everything, but I'm assuming these guys have been around for a few seasons, so that has to be fairly accurate.
Yes, the Dirty Mike was this season 3 or 4 that they've been involved?
Yeah. This is their. I think this is season 3, and they have made the playoffs their first 2 seasons.
Wait. So let's be real here. This is Dirty Mike and the boys' second season. This is the boys'
Okay,
third
you're
season.
correct. Yep, you're correct. There's one season where Dirty Mike was not present.
So I think the Hot Peppers take the 1 and 2 seed matches, but I think Dirty Mike and the boys take the 3, 4, and 5 seed matches.
All right, excellent. So we are split. Well, everybody agrees Ironfire is going to win, but we are split down on the middle on our match.
Eric O'Kee.
Eric O'Kee, please, for the
He's
love
so
of God,
good.
so we all have to come on here and admit we were wrong last week.
He's so good
Yes,
though. I'm
please.
not saying it like in a mean way.
I'm gonna say I have not done our official stats from last season in terms of like, okay, how many times did we pick all the same winner of the match and we were all, or the game, and we were all wrong? I'm sure it's probably higher than we want to admit.
But I'm never wrong.
Except when you're wrong.
I have an excuse for being wrong. So,
Well, yeah, you're new. It's like, yeah, that's understandable. You're still getting used to the league. It's like, but everybody else is like, I know there's quite a few times last season where all 4 of us or 3 of us or how many people were on, we all picked the same player to win their game, and we just blew it.
Maybe we jinxed them.
Could be. So if Ironfire, if you lose, then I guess you can come back and blame us.
No.
It's
Good.
like, all right. So Jack Sykes, let's talk about the next match, which is Thermic Wins versus Really Nice Guys. So I'll let you take this one since this is your team.
Yeah. What a slugfest I hope this turns out to be, as these are 2 teams a lot of people put preseason hype into, and the players have a track record, so there's, logic and reasoning behind that hype. But Thermic Wims were undefeated during the regular season in season 8 of Rag League and lost in the quarterfinals because X gave it to them. And now we're going up against Really Nice Guys who are, they were competing last season for a playoff spot, and in my opinion have only gotten stronger since then. We have a few of these matches being streamed. During the 8 p.m. time slot on Salty Saturday, you will see the 4 seeds of Josh Sampson and Risen going up against each other. That one should be great. Josh has been playing for a long time in this league, and Risen was camping top 500 for a while before he decided that meme life is more important than HTC points or HCT. I can do the things.
Yes,
HTC is the phone company. Leave me alone. So then immediately following that, in 9 o'clock Salty Saturday match, you will have myself going up against Crackshot. With both teams looking to get off to a good start this season, how do you guys see this one playing out? Steffi?
You want me to go first? I'll go first.
You go first.
Okay. I think. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up. I want to look at the list in front of me one more time to see what you guys are playing. Gosh, why aren't you guys conveniently close to each other? Okay. So for the first match, I have Risen beating Josh, which pains me because we all know that I love Josh. But what was my read? Yeah. Oh, okay. So I feel like Risen can do a little bit of a better job to kind of counter what Josh is bringing, because I feel like it's a little more obvious the route that he's going versus Risen. What he's bringing, I feel like could be a little bit more, he kind of fluctuate a little bit. And then for the second matchup, Crackshot versus Jack Sox. I'm gonna give it to Jack Sox. I think you're gonna take this one as well. I think the Wims is going to crush really nice guys, and I like a lot of the players on the team. So I hate it when I have to say that stuff, but that's my prediction. There you go.
So you're saying Wims, Jack Sox, and Risen?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right, excellent. All right, so looking at this one, let's see. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to see where Really Nice Guys is.
I told you these menus. Josh, please fix the menus.
All right, so
What's wrong with the menu?
This should be when you hover Rag Week, the active Rag League, the active week should be the very first thing under home.
Oh,
Period.
okay.
End of sentence.
And then instead at the bottom.
yeah, okay, I can agree with that. So, Josh Sampson versus Risen. I actually think I'm gonna give this to Josh Sampson. It's like it's close. It's really close actually. But I actually like Josh Sampson's lineup just a tad more, I think. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go with Josh on this one. That being said, I think Jack Sox does beat Crackshot here. And then so that's one for each right now. Unfortunately, I think, or I say fortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately. I think, unfortunately for the Really Nice Guys, I think the 1 and 2 seeds are going to seal this up for Thermic Wims. I think Brewski and Switters are both going to win, and thus the Wims will be the one to take it this week. So I'm picking Wims, Jack Sox, and Josh. All right, Khell, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
I think Thermic Wims is going to take it as well. I know 3 of the members on that team. I know Risen, Switters, and Brewski. They're all great players. I also don't really like Andy Rogers' lineup. He brought He brought Warrior. And I understand it's a tournament format, so it's a lot different, but I just don't think that the Warrior is going to get there for him. And I think Brewski's going to crush him.
Crush him.
All right. So, and then for I think you said Risen wins, correct?
Yeah. I think so. Where did it go? I think Brewski, Switters, and Risen are all going to take their respective matches. I don't know a lot about Primo or Swanky Tiger, and I don't know a lot about Jack Sox or Crackshot. Crackshot has like a pretty big PR advantage on Jack Sox, but like I said, I mean, PR isn't everything. So
you're picking Crackshot to beat Jack Sox?
I don't know, to be completely honest with you, because I don't know either player. I do like Jack Sox's lineup a little bit better. I think the Mage lines up pretty nicely, but I do think that Thermic is definitely taking the week.
All right. And Jack Sox, I'm assuming you're picking yourself to win this, right?
I'm going Wims all the way through. But I'm gonna be honest here. I think that I'm gonna give it my damnedest here. But what you are all missing out on, and chat is trying to inform you of, is the fact that Crackshot as a 5 seed is fucking ridiculous. First off, second, Crackshot and I have a history. I've yet to steal more than 1 game in a series off of Crackshot. So I am currently 0-3 lifetime against him with a record of 3-9.
Doggone it, you gotta tell us these things beforehand before we start making predictions.
Ain't saying a damn thing. Listen, I'm letting you guys walk face first into it. But I'll tell you this: I've never felt so motivated to actually know what the fuck I'm doing in Hearthstone as the day that Brewski came to me and asked if I wanted to be on the Wims. So I'm hoping that this is the match that I finally take off of Crackshot. But I'm terrified of the kid. I'm not even gonna try to hide it. I'm absolutely terrified of him, and the fact that we're playing on stream only puts that much more pressure on me.
Hey man, everybody loves a good underdog story, so I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, well, I've been an underdog for 11 seasons in THL now. So. Here we go, baby.
Hey, you know what, man? That's all right, though. 'Cause like I said, everybody loves the underdog story. So
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, so that wraps up our Rag League discussion. So let's move over to Sylvanas League
Yeah.
real quick. And I'm actually going to take this one because it's actually my team. Team Black Lotus versus Hero Power Rangers. I'll be honest, I'm definitely saying it for my team, and I think Hero Power Rangers also struggled last season. So this is two teams who are looking to improve on their performance last season because, to be perfectly honest, I don't think it could get much worse than it was last season. So, but during the 8 p.m. match on Sunday Showdown, I will be facing off against Zeroshio. And yeah, so we're both teams looking to try to start the season off strong. Who do you got? Now, of course, I'll start off with this because, of course, I'm picking myself to win. Even the 1-6 person from last season is picking himself to beat Zeroshio, who is
Confidence.
some 200 PR ahead of me, I think. Yeah, a full 201 PR ahead of me. But you know what? You got to have confidence. If you don't have confidence, then what else can you do? That being said, Twiz Woodford and Machina, I think, do take their games, even if So I do like Team Black Lotus here. So, Khell, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
So I think the Hero Power Rangers, it's looking like their lineup is a little more well-rounded. They've got the PR spread out a little more, kind of like what I was talking about before. It was an interesting way to build the team. So Black Lotus has U-Force at the 4 seed at 167, whereas Hero Power Rangers has their 4 seed at 368. That seems really high for a 4 seed. Just looking at the other teams and stuff. So I think you're definitely gonna have a tough match this week. I don't know a whole lot about a lot of the players on these teams, but looking at the lineups, it looks like Black Lotus has 2 players with Hunter, which I think Hunter in this format's actually a lot better than people give it credit for. So I think you guys are maybe you've got the meta breaker lineup and we just don't know it yet. I don't know, but I think Black Lotus does take it just because where is it? Sorry. So the 1 and the 2 seeds and the 3 seed even are really close between the teams. But I think the top end of Black Lotus looks a little better than the top end of the Hero Power Rangers.
All right. So I'm assuming this is a pick for Zeroshio. It is like just from what you were saying with the 200 PR difference. All right, Jack Sox, what are your thoughts on this one?
I would assume, but I don't know, to be honest with you. So
okay, nope, not a problem.
So I first off would like to point out that your assessment of Woodford winning his match is spot wrong, as he already fell 2-3 to Novelist.
Oh, did
it
it?
helps if I read.
So
actually, I haven't refreshed the page. Sorry, I did not know. I had not refreshed my page. I did not know an update was in. All right, so yeah, so
it's a Tavern Talk rookie mistake, man. Even if you preload the page, you gotta press refresh before you start talking about it.
Yeah, that's true. Man. Refresh right now.
All right. So Hero Power Rangers are already up 4-2 on us.
Yep.
That was a close one, though. 3-2, 3-2.
No,
Sorry,
they're
continue.
yes. Hero Power, yes. Yeah, sorry, Forrest. For some reason, I got confused there. So, I have to say that this one, Will, when did you won what, the last 2 weeks of last season?
No, I won the week 6 and lost week 7 because we were already out week 7, so I think I was just memeing, to be perfectly honest.
So,
Valid.
I'm going to be honest with you. Zeroshio is a coin flip. The last couple times I saw him play on stream, when I start questioning some plays you make, that's a problem. So I actually think this is a lot closer than we think it is. But if Zeroshio comes in on point, I feel better about him taking it than Will. But so I'm going to give the vote to Zeroshio, but I don't want anybody sleeping on Will on this one because That matchup's gonna be closer than it looks, ladies and gentlemen. And overall, I think that the Hero Power Rangers, yeah, I think they take it. I like 3 out of the last 4 ring matchups in favor of them. Give them hell, Dave. That's all I gotta say, bro. Give them hell.
See, this is all a ploy. We're just trying to psych you up.
Yeah.
All right, Steffi, what are your thoughts?
So I'm gonna give it to Hero Power Rangers because I feel like both Twiz and Dave bringing Hunter, I feel like with the druids that the other players have, they can just kind of like counter it. Like, I get it, Hunter can definitely like sneak wins, but like it's really good against Rogue, and like nobody's bringing Rogue. I don't know. I just don't think it's as strong as they were hoping for it to be. So I kind of like already foresee the 1 and 5 going a certain way, which then kind of just leaves the rest of them, and they already won their 2nd seed. So to me, I'm kind of like, okay, I just think it's going to go to Hero Power Rangers. But I do agree. I think your match is going to be really close. I like that, Hero Power Rangers, they're all kind of together. Like they're literally bringing the same classage, which can make you assume that they've been collabing a lot. I'm looking at your lineups one more time. I'm just trying to think if the fact that you brought Rogue over Pally is going to be an advantage for you. I'd give it to you though, Forrest. I think you're going to take it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're going to take that
I definitely
one.
appreciate it. So, unfortunately, that's the only stream match that we have so far. We're hoping to get maybe a couple more Sylvanas League stream matches before this weekend is over. But there are a couple matches that I do want to talk about. And one of them, of course, is our reigning champions, Booty Sweat versus the Fearless Hearts. Steffi, tell us a little bit about this matchup.
Oh, happily. Okay, so a match between the reigning Sylvanas League champion, Booty Sweat, and the Fearless Hearth, who made the playoffs last season. So, I mean, these are 2 teams that you really don't want to fuck with. They're going to be 100%. So, who wins between these 2 Sylvanas League playoff contenders? Khell, what do you think? These are 2 teams that, nobody really wants to play against, but eventually you're going to have to, well, depending what like color you are and whatever. So what do you think between these 2?
I'm looking at the list, and I'm going to say that these are in wrong order because I think Chigmo should be the 2nd seed, not the 4th seed at 437.
Yeah, that's odd. Yeah, I'm not 100% certain what's going on with there. So,
but anyway, I do. So from what I've heard of Booty Sweat, they're obviously they're consistent. They know what they're doing. I also like the way that their team's built. The well-rounded thing again. I mean, they've got a 426 and then the rest are all in the 300s. So I think their team is very, very well-rounded, which means they do a lot better in the bottom half.
So are you telling me that their booty is nice around?
Yeah, man. That's just how you got to do it.
yeah,
And, I like it. So I think Booty Sweat is going to take it. And obviously they're the reigning champions from last season. They got something to prove. So maybe that just motivates them even more.
All right.
Wait. I'm a little confused because Nate just says substitute situation, which is not possible. Because if Chigmo were the substitute, he'd have to be equal to or lesser in PR, and there's no way in hell that he would be in the 4 seed as a substitute situation. So get your shit together, figure it out, because he should be up there in the 2 seed at minimum.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's a big difference. So
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm gonna yell at no confidence. Shout out to the BRF. Shout out to Vote of No Confidence.
Yes! Woo! Sorry, I'm back.
So, to kind of piggyback off a lot of the thoughts that have already been said, I think Booty Sweat wins this one, purely based on the fact that, on any given week, they're going to win 3 out of 5 just based on the way their PR lines up, and you're going to have consistency in that 2 through 4 seed every single week. And the Anarchist coming in at 324 as a 5 seed.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That's nuts. And you know what? When he moves up, Shunsui drops that. Like, are you kidding me? They're always going to have somebody that does not belong down there. And, it's great when you can rely on the bottom half of your lineup to come up with what feels like a guaranteed win every week.
I would say, and there's a theoretical situation that Cody loses, and Swingy Tiger, Shunsui, and Anarchist all win, and Cody moves from the 2 seed to the 5 seed. in 1 week.
That's crazy that they're that close.
That would be
Yeah.
so funny. Send them down.
So, Steffi, who are you thinking taking this one?
Booty.
Booty.
Rocking everywhere. That's my pick. Everybody knows why. I don't need to go into.
Yeah, we're gonna say I like big booties and I cannot lie. And Booty Sweat is gonna. I think they're gonna take this. It is like, yeah, they should win their bottom 3 matches. I just looking at it straight up right now. So, yeah, no, I have faith in the Booty Sweat. They won last season. I think they're gonna start off strong this week too. So, all right, so. We have one more match to talk about, only because I want to talk about the match that our guest host is playing in.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Team Next Level versus 65,340,285 boards. Now, we actually have a very interesting situation here already, that the match is currently 5-4 right now, in advantage of Team Next Level. It looks like Combat Wombat DQ'd in the 1 seed, and Smiley Chris beat Donde in the 2 seed.
3-1.
All right, so tell us a little bit about this matchup.
Well, my match is kind of a toss-up, I guess. I mean, I don't know I've been researching Cinder, but I have no idea if he's a better player than I am or not. So I guess we're gonna find out.
The answer to that's no. Shots fired.
Well, don't worry.
Wow.
The better player doesn't always win. So
That's true.
this is Hearthstone after all.
I do think that Altenberg is a great 4 seed. I think he's going to take it versus Rebobson. Saku and Jasper, I don't know a ton about them. I met Saku for the first time at our team meeting last night. Seems like a really great guy. I have all the faith in the world in him, but I don't know how that match goes. I do like Saku's lineup a little better. So I think that Next Level is going to come out on top just barely, and I think honestly that Combat Wombat's DQ is going to have a big part in it. So if that does end up being the case, that's kind of unfortunate for that team.
All right, so Jack Sox, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
I mean, you got 2 good teams facing off here. You got a playoff team and somebody that competed for the playoffs last season. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think the DQ matters much. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the result anyways, if that match was played. You could take that shots fired, or you could just take that as the fucking truth.
Jamie's is really fucking good.
Yeah.
Jamie's is a good player. I co-op with him on ladder.
Smiley Chris, I forgot who it was that was telling us. I think it was Shunsui was telling us, don't sleep on that Smiley Chris now.
Yes, you better.
Coming in with a crazy win week 1, putting a good 3-1 win in there. I'm not gonna lie, the bottom half of this lineup, I like it in favor of Boris.
Yeah.
The 3 seed, I don't know much about our guest Khell here. So I can only guess at that. And Cinder's a very strong player with league experience, regardless of the shit I just talked about him. I think we all know him and his reputation. So Khell's got his work cut out for him. But I think Rebobson beats Altenberg. Alton's been putting in work in the league for the past few seasons, but Rebobson's been on fire. Jasper against Saku. We all know, in case you can't tell, I have a love affair with Saku. Saku's a maze balls. However, Jasper is a maze balls player. And I think that Jasper puts in work on Saku, and the Boars end up on top with 3 matches to 2 and a very close final score.
All right, so Boars on top. Steffi.
It's going to be the Boars. Like, I don't
know why I even asked. I should have just wrote Boars down and be like, she's gonna pick the Boars. Like,
yeah, I mean, I feel like all these players are just, I don't know, like they're just so good. Like, also, I feel like Robson is completely underseeded. Like, how is he fucking 4 seed? Like, that makes no sense.
It's called good building. That's a captain looking at the situation and going, Rebobson's only 5 points lower than my 3 seed, and I could stick him in the 4 seed. That's fucking great.
Yeah. He's like, Jasper. It's just I just think that the Boars are going to. They're going to bore.
Would you say it's a bore situation?
Oh, it's totally a bore situation.
It's like, sorry about this, Kel. I think Smiley Chris was probably one of the questionable matchups, and I think Smiley Chris's win basically seals this up for the Boars this week. Robobson, he double all-starred last season. Once in the 2 seed and once in the 3 seed. I think 2 was Rag League, 3 was Sylvanas League. 4 seed.
He was in the 4 seed last season.
4 seed is he double all-starred. He's not someone to be trifled with. I think Robobson beats Altenberg. I think Jasper beats Saku.
It's going to come down.
I would say, that's going to give them the win already, unless some weird, point things happen to where it gets a little bit closer because there's a bunch of 3-2s. However, I do like Khell over here. That's a tough one actually. I want to say Khell over Cinder, but as I said, Cinder's been around for a good minute in the league, and he is a very good player. But you know what? It's our guest. I'm gonna say Khell wins. I think that matchup, but I think Robobson and Jasper are gonna seal this up for the Boars, and the Boars do take this match this week. So with Smiley Chris's win,
fucking high PR. I just realized how high his PR is. Joining. Yeah. Damn. Cody's probably putting in work.
I think my PR is a little higher than it should be, but
I'll say
the great thing about PR is if you spend a full season in the league, you end up right about where you belong.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's how I figure.
True.
Or if you're like me, you spend 11 seasons in the league and you're still 150 PR.
Same.
Yeah, how are you not 100? No, I'm just kidding. I'm JK.
I tried very damn hard last season, Steph.
All right, so let's go ahead and well, the good news is since we don't have Thursday Throwdown, we're not under an hour time frame here, so we can actually go a little bit later. So let's talk to our guest here. So Khell,
yay! Hi.
Playing for Team Next Level this season on Sylvanas. So just kind of start off. When did you start playing Hearthstone?
I started playing Hearthstone about a week before Naxxramas came out. Friend of mine got me into it, and I didn't play very seriously, but I did enjoy it. I completed all the tutorials and all the AI fights and stuff in about the first day. So from there, I've been playing since day one that it came out on mobile. I was refreshing my app store day after day because I don't use my computer a lot. I'm 90% a mobile player, so I really started playing seriously shortly after Standard became a thing, and that's when I hit Legend for the first time with Aggro Druid. I hit Legend for the first time with Aggro Druid running double Shell Shifter because I was told I couldn't do it. So that was a lot of fun.
Nice, very nice. So how did you hear about Team Hearth League?
So I'm a mod for the Next Level Hearthstone server, and
okay.
Some of the other guys over there, they are obviously. They have a team and everything, so they were talking about it here and there, and I kind of was like, hey, what's that? And I enjoy being a part of the community, and this I was actually trying to get an event like this going before I knew about this. I was trying to get a team league kind of thing going, like a Trinity series, but then I saw that you guys kind of already have that, so
excellent. Sorry, I was just reading chat.
Chat gets a little out of control this time.
It does get a lot of control. Good lord.
Khell, so when it comes time for you to play, you're playing Hearthstone for fun because people sometimes do that. Or maybe you're trying to win and that's what's fun to you because you're a tryhard. Either way, what's your favorite type of deck to play in Hearthstone?
I always considered myself a control player, which is funny because
controlling. Can't confirm.
I've never hit Legend with a control deck, which is interesting.
Khell, I have to interrupt you for half a second.
Yeah, absolutely.
How the hell is Josh Sampson married? He's 12. Okay, continue.
Aw! Oh marriage. That's so cute. Oh, sorry.
I
We don't know
definitely
that
wouldn't
here.
consider myself a tryhard. So ever since Ungoro came out, I have been trying every single season to make Quest Priest work. I don't care how bad it is. The closest I got with it, I did hit rank 2 4 stars with Quest Priest. Or I'm sorry,
pretty
Quest
decent.
Priest, not Quest Rogue. I'm sorry, Quest Priest.
Yeah.
I do consider myself a Priest main. I hated Razaga's Priest. That deck did not feel like Priest to me, just machine gunning down my opponent. But Quest Priest is a lot of fun. I thought there were a lot of cool ways to build the deck. That and Kibler is one of my favorite streamers. So,
So, all right. So, just curious, since you brought Kibler up, did you play any card games before Hearthstone? Like, were you into Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, anything like that?
I was into Magic. I played semi-professionally during the Avison Restored block. I won a couple of GPTs.
Oh, nice.
I wasn't able to actually go to the Grand Prix themselves, unfortunately, but I ended up getting out of Magic. It was a little too expensive, so I try to keep up with it.
Yeah,
Feel
agreed.
that on a spiritual level.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's like spending.
It's crazy when like a tier 1 deck is going to cost you like $500. It's insane.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like then you like me, you get and play Legacy, and then it's like, all right, well, there's $3,000 gone.
Yeah, basically.
So, so just curious, kind of, if let's say we'll talk about Member leaving in a moment. From
Can I ask the last question?
Sure, Stephanie. Go ahead and ask the last question.
Thanks. Okay. Because I like this question. If you were in control of Hearthstone, so you're like, what up? I'm taking over Hearthstone. And you could remove one card from the game. What would it be and why?
Ooh.
So I'm willing to bet that most people here would say Void Lord.
Big Daddy.
I disagree with that choice. I would remove the Caverns Below. I think Quest Rogue has been a problem in the past. I think Quest Rogue is becoming a problem now. Regardless of its win rate, Quest Rogue shapes the meta in a way that no other deck does. The deck abuses the charge mechanic like no other deck has ever done.
Have you seen Pirate War? Okay, never mind.
Pirate Warrior didn't abuse charge though. Like, so sure, yeah, they have Core Chron Elite, like they punch you in the face for 4. It's not Quest Rogue where you're shadow stepping 5/5 minions and punching someone in the face for 36 damage in a turn. Like, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Has Quest Rogue hurt you?
Quest Rogue hurt me very badly.
I can tell. Okay, I can tell.
Yeah. As a control player, you know. No, I really dislike the deck. And the problem with Quest Rogue, in my opinion, is you can't even tech against it. Like, it's either you punch them in the face faster than they punch you in the face, or you just die. At least with like Q block right now, you can actually tech against that. You can run oozes, you can run spell breakers, stuff like that. But Quest Rogue has no counterplay. It's just Quest Rogue.
See,
So
the correct answer to this was actually all battle cries because there is no counter to battle cry.
I actually wanted to answer with removing the charge mechanic entirely. I think that most of the problem decks throughout Hearthstone's history have been because of the abuse of charge.
Yeah, but that's what Taunt's for, and that's what Explosive Trap and Freezing Trap are for. How do you stop battle cry? How do you do it?
Well, you don't stop battle
You
cry.
cry.
Exactly.
But I also don't.
Cry.
But I also don't play Hunter because fuck that noise. So.
Well, I'm just saying there are
play-
to charge out there, and everybody's got Taunt as an option.
So just kind of feeding off of that. So because we just had the rush mechanic came out. If they switched all the charge minions to rush minions, would that be better, you think, or just as bad?
I think some charge minions are fine. Like Leroy, I don't have a problem with Leroy. Like Leroy has a specific role. The card is there as a finisher. I think it's a perfectly fine card. I like the rush mechanic. I think the rush mechanic is very well designed. I think it opens up some interesting deck building choices because a lot of cards don't see play because the turn you play them, they have no impact on the board, right? But obviously a rush minion doesn't suffer from that problem. So I think rush is definitely an interesting mechanic. I really like it. And I think going forward, you're going to see that Blizzard will definitely print a lot more rush than charge. So,
just kidding.
So, all right. So, getting into some of the Facebook questions, some we for all of us said, but Ridiculous had asked, And I guess he's asking what's a Khell, but it's more a question. It's like, so where did you get your name Khell from?
So I'm gonna have to go full nerd on you here for a minute, so I hope you're ready.
All right.
The name Khell is actually short for Khelendros, which was a blue dragon in the Dragonlance series of books. Khelendros was Kitiara's dragon. It was the biggest blue dragon there was. I don't know why, but that name always stuck. So I stuck with it.
Nice.
Aww,
Yeah,
like
actually,
that.
that's really cool. That is really cool. Named after a dragon. So
I also have
I'm trying to see. There's. Oh yeah, what? Sorry.
I also have a tattoo of a dragon on my back.
Is it a lower back tattoo?
Is
it's
it like
not
right
lower
in the
back.
center?
No, it's on my shoulder.
Misplay. Misplay.
Happy lower back, man.
I should have got that tramp stamp, man.
You should have.
Well, now you know what your next tattoo is.
That's right. I have two, so
There's your third.
So okay. I'm sorry. I'm just going through seeing if there's any other.
Good ones.
I mean,
This is THL. Nobody asks a good question.
I mean, specific for Khell is like, I think everything else is just sort of for everybody here. So, starting off at the top. All right, so we have a do, marry, kill here, or fuck, marry, kill as you want. So, Mitch asks, do, marry, kill, Shutterwalk, your boss, pizza. That is. I probably doesn't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. But anybody have any thoughts on this one?
All I know for sure is I'm marrying pizza because it never lets me down.
True.
I agree with that.
True.
I don't know which one's worse, my boss or Shutterwalk. So,
Well, see, this thing is, I like my boss, so
Right?
I guess I would do my boss, and kill Shutterwalk. But marrying pizza is definitely the right call.
definitely the right call. I mean, doing pizza could be fun too. I don't know.
see that's where I'm struggling with that.
See, that's why you marry the pizza, because you still get to do the pizza, multiple
That's
times.
true. That's true.
This is true. It's usually implied
Now,
that
yes.
you get to do
If
whatever
you
you marry.
if you eat the pizza you marry, does that count as a domestic?
Yes. No, I'm just kidding. No. If it was-
No.
I don't know, man. That could be like that's like first degree murder, man, because you thought about it.
Yeah.
There was a plan.
All right. Anybody have any dissenting opinions on? Well, as I say, Jackson, you said you would kill your boss, correct?
No,
Savage.
I wouldn't kill my boss because then I wouldn't have a job. So,
Sure.
So I actually think I'm gonna do the pizza because I'm damn sure not doing my boss.
Are you gonna marry your boss?
Yeah, I mean, if you're marrying
You're
the
gonna
boss,
marry your boss.
you still gotta do it, man. You gotta consummate that.
That's a
marriage.
power play right
No,
there.
that's a religious thing, bro. I ain't gotta consummate shit. I'm gonna keep side bitch.
True.
I've got pizza, bro. I've got pizza on my side bitch.
Kel, I do have a message for you from chat. Apparently, your dad says hi. So while you're talking about doing pizza.
Yes, my dad is in the chat.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Shout out to main AC17.
Oh my goodness. Shout out to Kel's dad, more importantly.
My dad is like more of a nerd than I am. You have no idea. Like he used to get my dad used to get like press badges for PAX East.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And I was super pissed when he went to PAX and he won a free 1080i, that bastard.
Your dad got
Nice.
good. I'll tell you.
And he does, man. He's got those connections.
He got good.
My dad just learned how to text last year. I thought that was an improvement.
Well, see, my dad's one of those guys. He buys every game that exists, but he beats like 3 of them.
Yeah, I know that all too well. 282 games in my Steam library. 2 of them have 0 hours played.
But you got to get on that, man.
Just 2? I think I have like probably 20 that I haven't even touched.
200.
Oh, I thought you said 2. 200 have 0 minutes played.
Jesus. I don't even own that many Steam games, man. I'm too poor.
Bro, Humble Monthly Bundle. Get on it. It's the greatest value ever. $12, $100 of games a month.
Why are you guys talking about games? Fuck,
Sorry.
nerds.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Nerds.
All right. So while we're talking about Shutterwalk, Glenn Q Hurd asks, how much shutter could a Shutterwalk if a Shutterwalk could Shutterwalk? Also,
No
does it
more
get
than
affected by
20.
battle cries?
No
Huh?
more than 20. No more
No
than 20.
more than 20 now. Yeah, 20 is the
no,
limit.
the obvious answer is 42.
Mm.
Yeah,
True.
true. I can't argue with that answer.
True.
So, David Diaz asked, why has Brode forsaken us? I'm assuming he got a lot of money to do it.
Yeah,
I don't think he did, man. He said that he was going to start his own company. I think he's just in a financial spot where he can do it.
All right, so he has the potential to make a lot of money.
He does, yeah. I mean, I'm sad to see Brode go. I mean, that man was put on this earth to sell Hearthstone packs. He really was. Like, he was such a great addition to the team. So I'm curious to see who replaces him and if they can live up to his legacy.
Any other thoughts on why Brode has? I think we pretty much nailed that one. I think
He's fucking rich now, and he's like, ew,
Yeah.
I'm out.
I'm rich, bitch.
He's got all that pack money and he's getting out before they close down the servers.
Let's see. So Mark Shade asked. Now Jack Sauce was the only one to register for MCL this season.
Nerd.
But kind of any general thoughts and hopes for this season?
I'm actually pretty hyped on it. My first week experience on paper looked like it was miserable, but was actually a blast. My opponent, so in MCL, guys, you don't know what decks they're bringing until the moment you're in the challenge screen. So he came through with Warrior, and what was the other thing? So he had Warrior, and he had Warlock, and he had Priest and Paladin. So I'm like, all right, this dude's going all control on me in some form of Paladin. Homie came out with straight up aggro all the way through, caught me completely off guard, and I was just like, wow, what a brilliant fucking. The whole time, all I could think to myself was, brilliant. That could not happen in Ragnaros or Sylvanas League. I love that surprise motherfucker aspect of MCL, and I realized that next week I need to kind of play those same sort of mind games.
So, all right. So, just curious, would you want to see something like that? I think if they use like deckselect.eu, would you like to see that in Team Hearth League, or do you think the ability to see the classes ahead of time is better?
There are plenty of tournaments out there that allow me, if that's what I want, to get involved in tournaments in that format. I actually love the prepping that happens with the team in Team Hearth League by being able to see the classes in Sylvanas and Ragnaros League. I think if teams aren't able to prep together, you take a lot of the camaraderie out of this league.
Absolutely agree. Yeah.
You can't prep together. You can't step together. Ew.
No. So Khell, are I know me and Steffi are not, but are you playing in MCL this season?
I am not. No,
you are not. Okay.
It's because you're not.
It's like
nerd. No, I'm just kidding.
I
thought about it.
Yeah, I mean, I just have too much other stuff for time constraints, unfortunately.
No, agree, and that's part of the reason why I didn't either. Between captaining two teams and doing a lot of content stuff and everything else, it was just one thing that I couldn't pull off on it. So, but I hope MCL succeeds.
It's short. It's a short season, man.
It's a short season. Yeah, it's a month. I mean, I'd throw some ideas in our Discord about, potentially doing like declaring a person a winner each month, and then at the end of the year having kind of like a grand championship.
That'd be
something like that. That would be really cool. But I hope it does well. I hope a lot of people enjoy it, and yeah, it seems really awesome. Stephanie, your thoughts on MCL?
I actually think it's really cool. I like the concept behind it. Like I said, I originally wanted to do it, but I was afraid I wouldn't, I don't know. I know I wouldn't take it seriously, and I don't want to do it if I'm not taking it seriously. But I think I like the idea of it. I'm happy that we're implementing it and giving it a shot.
Nice. So
look, I gave a mature answer for once. Who am I?
Oh, sorry. Okay, so we do need to start wrapping this up. All right, so there are a lot of other questions here. I think I will answer this. David Diaz asked, will there be Mysterious Challenger Leagues coverage stream matches? There will be some form of coverage. I don't know about stream matches yet. So
they'll be mixed in there. Nothing regular is what I've...
Yeah, nothing regular, but we might throw an MCL match on there. So Anyway, so let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. So, Khell, thank you for being with us this evening.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Jack Sox?
Wait, didn't we want to end, or do we not have time?
No. We're still going to do that. So
Okay. Oh, I didn't know if we were. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to go through kind of goodbyes before we touch on the final subject here. So, Jack Sox, thank you for being here this evening. I know you got a match you got to get to in a moment. So,
yeah, I'm looking forward to the absolute shit show. That's good. I actually have to ask Scritch to refresh me on a lot of the rules of what we're about to do here. But my first LHS match in 4 years is going to happen immediately after this stream. I can't wait to get wrecked by someone that's playing straight memes.
all right, Steffi, thanks for being here.
You're welcome. Thanks for
All right,
inviting me.
It's like, so of course we'll have Friday Night Fights, Salty Saturday, Sunday Showdown. They will all be on this week. They generally go live at 8 p.m. Eastern, but if for some reason, if we don't have a match starting at 8, it may be pushed to 9. Keep an eye out on the Facebook group for that. Before we close up tonight, I did want to have a little discussion about something that has happened in the Hearthstone community recently. It depends, just kind of things that we've been seeing on Twitter, stuff like that. Toast the Badger is a very prominent member of the Hearthstone community. I know there's a lot of people who have been talking this week. And unfortunately, on, I think it was either Sunday evening or Monday evening, and Steffi, you can chime in. Actually, Steffi, why don't you tell us? Because I don't want to mess up any facts with this.
Oh, well, I guess just to not like focus too much on it. I believe it was Tuesday night. There was a tweet that was sent out on Toast Twitter, and it was basically a goodbye. That she was, saying that she was going to be ending her life. And then I know that later on throughout the evening, after it let out, like it was tweeted, it was confirmed that she actually did. And, that's a really, really, really sad thing. There was a bunch of things that went into it that I don't think we'll get into because that's not our place.
No.
But it's something that's really sad. And I feel like we should address. But the one thing that, we kind of acknowledged prior to, getting on here to talk about it is that I feel like the Hearthstone community in general really kind of like stood up and came together in this really, really hard time. Obviously, it's more difficult for others. And, a lot of us have stories that not everybody knows about. So it can affect everybody and anybody. But the fact that a lot of people kind of came together and are trying to make this an awareness that, people are going through things, whether you realize it or not, like literally every single. And some people might feel like they need to get to that point, and that we should be stressing that doesn't need to be the point that you need to get to. That there's always somebody there. Like I'm here. I don't mind listening to somebody. Anybody in the THL community, I freaking love you guys, and it would break my heart if anybody decided to do that. So I think. I don't know. I'm going on a tangent. Maybe I should just stop.
No. I think everything you brought up is great. It's like, and it's sad when someone gets to that point where they feel like the only way out is to take their own life, and it's incredibly sad. And I actually like what Ridiculous Hat did on the Coin Concede podcast this week. Is suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Is like, and I just want to encourage, I don't care if you've been a member of Team Hearth League for years or if you are someone who's just browsing Twitch Hearthstone streams right now and you just happen to be catching us. If you feel that way, by all means, feel free to reach out to somebody, a friend, a family member, anybody in Team Hearth League. I think everybody on this call, on this show right now, will be here for you. Absolutely. If you need to reach out with somebody.
100%.
I just wanted to say something. As somebody who has often worked alongside a lot of the students I work with have emotional and behavioral disorders, depression, one of the leading causes, as well as anxiety, dissociative disorder. Things like this hit near and dear to my heart. And I never had any interaction. To be honest with you, prior to this event, I didn't know anything about carolings or Toast. But I don't think you needed to be impacted by the events of the past few days. As gamers, we often escape this world that ridicules us and brings us down to join a community through gaming that accepts us and, you know, kind of allows us to escape our lives and live the lives that we want to. I think on some level, every gamer could kind of relate to not feeling like you belong or feeling like, you know, a little disconnected from the real world from time to time. And gaming communities are super acceptive of folks with those struggles because I think all of us on some level can relate there. And, you know, it's tragic when events like this happen, but if nothing else, it reminds us that these are times to remember to be kind to each other and reach out to our friends. And probably most importantly, like learn to listen to your friends' problems without the judgment. One of the greatest problems that is out there in society today revolving around whether it be mental illness, physical illness, or other disorders is the stigma attached to them. And really learning how to hear somebody else's problems without putting that judgment on them. You know, it's just being able to do that. You would never know the impact that could have for that person that's reaching out to you. So to kind of put that on close, guys, it's just be kind to one another, you know, assume the best in people and in life and just try to do the best you can.
That's like, and if for some reason you don't feel like you can reach out to any of us or to other members, or if you really feel like you have nobody else to turn to, Scritch, if you could put up the kind of final slide here, already did. So, okay, sorry, I'm not seeing it on stream at the very moment, but I just as it says, you're not alone. If you need to reach out to somebody, the resources that you see here are great. You know, they're anonymous resources. Feel free to reach out to somebody. Just know you don't have to take that route. You can. There is someone here for you, whether it's us or whether it's just an anonymous person on the end of a phone call or the end of a text message.
Right, because like that person wants to be there. You know, I feel like a lot of times people are afraid of phone or texting things, but that person is making an active choice. They want to help somebody every single day. So you're seriously never alone. There's somebody out there that cares, whether it's about you specifically or whether it's what you're going through. There's somebody that wants to make your life better. And that, I know that can be hard to remember that, but we can't forget that. And you should never feel embarrassed or scared to reach out for help because that's the better option, honestly. So definitely don't feel intimidated or scared. There's always somebody that wants to listen, that wants to help you.
Like these guys have said, I mean, the biggest thing is you got to talk, by staying silent and, not reaching out for help. Obviously you're hurting, but by reaching out in the long run, you make a bigger impact by staying around, by showing other people that, you can get through it and that you are strong. You just have to believe in yourself.
So with that, as I think we've all said it, and I want to leave this up for, we're all getting off of here now, but I want this to stay up, just, people who are coming by, in the next few moments, just to know, if this is they're streaming Hearthstone, they're looking for a Hearthstone channel and they think there is nothing else. I want them to be able to see this. So we're going to leave this up for probably a few more moments on the stream, but for us, we're getting on out of here.
Yeah.
So until next week, just, be good to each other. Just be good to each other, and we're here for you if you need somebody.
Definitely.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.